We're live.
Good morning. I'm gonna take a selfie.
Oh, wow. Selfie of the live stream. I like it. It's Friday and we're live as usual. Same time, same Twitter, same YouTube, LinkedIn. Excited.
I know. How's your day
weekend?
been going? Oh. Sorry, you're the host.
Yeah, come on. I'm the host here. No.
Week has been good. I'm going to vote today.
Are you?
With early voting. Yeah, I blocked it out on my calendar and everything.
Nice. Did you reserve like 3 hours or something or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Arbor walk up the way, the average wait time was like 2, I think. So then charged AirPods. And I printed out my ballot ahead of time and researched all the candidates. So I don't do straight party. I don't do straight party picking. I try to be an informed voter and go all the way down the ballot.
All the way down, huh? Nice.
Yeah, because people say that there's like probably some research on down ballot voting and how people don't make it all the way down. So my goal, fill out all the questions.
I think there's usually like 3 to 4 that you know who you want to vote for, and then it's like. But I'm good. I'm glad you're being an informed voter.
I'm trying. So that's what I'm doing. That is today's activity after Live with Dan.
Oh, perfect. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
what are you up to?
This week has been a good week. I did a webinar on Wednesday where I simultaneously did the webinar and opened a jar of jam for my daughter. So that was fun.
I love that. It was about qualitative and quantitative research methodologies, right?
Yeah, it was. It was actually good. We had 100 plus attendees, and I would recommend checking it out. It's a good overview of those different methodologies along with some interesting question types and also some different tools and techniques that we have here at QuestionPro. So definitely check that out.
I just put it in the chat.
You got the link.
Yeah.
You're Crystal on the spot. I like it.
Trying.
Yeah, so that was the week, but no, looking forward to the weekend,
Yeah, as per usual.
Yeah, Perfect. Well, let's talk about X-Day for a minute here. I want to spend some time on that because we have this event coming up, and we have some of the best names I think coming here. Are not coming. It's all virtual, so to speak, right? So let's go through this and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and welcome to all those who are joining live. Ask your questions away. If you have questions about X-Day or anything we're talking about, be sure to post your comment and we'll get it and answer it live here during the live stream. So welcome people that are joining now. We're talking about X-Day. So X-Day is our user conference that Crystal's actually spearheading, and she's put all this together. So you'll notice these colors that are, I think Crystal likes these colors, but it's on the 27th. It's going to be live on Zoom. So we're going to be using that platform. And we have really a packed house here. So Crystal, why don't you kind of introduce some of these speakers, because I know you were influential in getting some of them together. So
I'm really excited about our keynote speaker, Angela Culver. She is actually an active user of QuestionPro, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
And has done 20 years in the research space with marketing. So she really tries to tie marketing and research together and creates almost like a lot of people say like marketing is magic or, you can't measure it, but she spent her career debunking that essentially. Awesome. And so not only am I excited to get to meet her and get to learn from her.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and I know it's more going to be like a story too. So it's not going to be, kind of just a bunch of slides and things. I know she has a good storyline behind what she's talking about. So that'll be awesome.
Really tries to bring a narrative to all her presentations. And so I think that is our goal here, is to not have it be another webinar.
Yep.
I think that is like our I don't know, our goal these days is get out of that webinar slump.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the mantra here on Fridays during this time, right? Like make it more casual and fun. And we've actually gotten good feedback from a lot of the viewers saying that they enjoy this format and it's more casual. So I think that'll flow nice into next X-Day as well.
And then you are actually doing a fireside chat with Marissa Cezanne from Verizon.
Yeah.
And I know that is going to be, highly attended because she's going to bring, the consumer insights down to a granular level. And I'm excited about all the questions you're going to ask her. Again, no slides. It's just going to be a one-on-one chat. And something we're doing a little differently is we're using a platform where all the attendees can be engaged. They can unmute them, or we can unmute them. They can't unmute themselves, but they can have their cameras on. They can ask questions, just like if you were in a conference and you were able to like have the mic and ask a question. So the goal is to create it and to make it really engaging. We know that, attendees could be sitting at the pool, they could be writing emails, but we want to make sure that if they are in a place where they want to engage, they can do that.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that, to make it kind of mirror the more real experience of going to a conference, right? So I think that's what we're trying to achieve here. And I think we will be successful in that, actually. So
I know I'm a little nervous, but I'm also pretty excited because it's like a little risky when you're like, okay, people can unmute themselves. And I'm like,
right. I know. But
you never know what you're going to see.
People can say anything they want, right? Like, you don't know. So.
That's true. They could say anything they want. Yeah. And then we're rounding out our fireside chats with Mark Michelson from CX Talks. And he's talking with Ken Peterson about what the future holds for CX, especially in 2021, as the industries are shifting and the world has shifted. The new normal is just normal. So like, what does that what does that look like as far as the customer experience is concerned? And I think
that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting because I know Mark has a lot of experience in the CX space and leads CX Talk. So he has a lot of good, I think, insider knowledge on what's happening in the industry and so forth. So that'll be awesome to hear from him.
Yeah. And then, you guys.
Yeah, the usual suspects. Yeah, we'll be there,
So we're kicking off the day at 10 a.m. Dan and I will actually be your morning host, doing something very similar to this.
Yeah.
And, we have a lot of fun.
We're taking the show on the road, Crystal,
Oh, that's a great, maybe I'll make us some social media banners.
Yeah.
X Day or Dan was live on the road.
Just real quick, for those joining, we're talking about X Day, our event on the 27th, and going over what we'll be talking about and then sort of the schedule. So welcome the new viewers that are coming in as well.
Yeah, and X Day is totally free for anyone just joining. Sign up right now. You'll get a welcome email, and then you'll be able to get all the meeting links and login links the day of. And each room, you'll get Dan will be in a room. And what you don't see on this calendar is the Hang with Dan time. So between 1 p.m. when he does the fireside chat and 2:30, you'll have just time to join the research room, chat with Dan one-on-one. We'll be turning off kind of some of the security features so people really can just jump in and chat with you. And I think that is where we're really trying to up-level what some of the conferences I've been attending online these days.
Yeah, come hang out with me. I love to chat. My daughters always tell me that you like to talk to everybody. So come in. We can talk about whatever you want. It can be market research, what's on your mind. It can be whatever. So I'm happy to do it.
Your favorite kind of jam?
Yeah. Strawberry, I guess, was on Wednesday during the webinar. So,
So yeah, and then the day of, this website will have little join now links next to each meeting. And then never fear, if you register, you will get all of the videos of all the sessions, I think the next day. So I have a whole team running video ops in the background. And so if you register and can't come, you'll still be able to get all the Q&A, the slide decks, and all the video links.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great for people, I think. And just even if they attend and they want to review it later or come back to it, I think they can definitely do that. But I would urge you, if anyone's attending, to definitely check out the product showcases for both, CX research and then also the surveys product showcase. We're going to be unveiling brand new features and things that are going to be released very soon, and then some forward-looking things. I know that And when Vivek kicks it off and does his chat, he's going to be talking about what does the future of QuestionPro look like. So it's going to be really cool. Obviously I know some of the things that he's going to be touching on. So don't miss out on that. I think it's going to be super interesting to not only QuestionPro users, but anybody that's coming in just interested in where sort of we think that the MR space is going and how we're going to help everyone achieve those goals. So.
Yeah, I love that. And then we have a special guest for entertainment. We hired a comedian to come in and entertain us for 30 minutes. And I think that's going to be really fun.
Yeah,
and
that'll be fun.
I'm so excited for him. His name's Eugene T. Barnes. And then we'll also have a raffle to win an Apple Watch. So
nice.
No matter if you come to, let's say you come to the kickoff, the keynote, and a research product showcase, you get 3 raffle tickets. But for every event you come to, like every agenda item you come to, you get another raffle ticket. Right. So if you come to all of them, you get 7 raffle tickets.
Perfect. Show up. You want an Apple Watch at least, right? So
yeah, not one of the new cheapy ones. A good one. Like I already thought about that. I was like, I'm not gonna I feel bad now.
Right.
So yeah, everybody register for free for X Day. You get to see me and Dan some more. Yeah,
so it's going to be fun. So we wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's happening. So make sure you register. If you have questions, reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to answer those questions. So
yeah,
awesome. So welcome everybody. That's new viewers. We just talked about X Day. Now what I want to do is go over a segment that is really loved by all, I believe, and that is
what in the name of research?
Exactly. What in the name of research? So I'm getting it teed up here. This has been well received as well. People are loving this segment and learning some different things about research. So this is what in the name of research, where we go over an example that was found sort of in the wild. Actually, this is a live example. So here you can see that they're trying to do this example. They're trying to do a ranking question in a matrix grid. Obviously, this is not the best way to go about it. This is a nice try, but matrix question is not for ranking. It's not the best option. So nice try, but you didn't get it this time. So the big problem here is that on this, I could rank all of these as 7, where in a true ranking question, you want it stacked, right? You want 1 to 7. So a better way to do this question would be to use this method. So where you can have, essentially where you would select 1, 2, 3, 4, all those different options in rank order. So that way you get a clear delineation of this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4.
Oh, so then when you go to the next question, 4 wouldn't be an option anymore?
You got it.
I'm learning so much.
I know, you're learning something new. So that's it. And this is really the best way to do it. If you're using this method here, you're going to get some pretty bad data because you're not going to get a true sense of what's most important and what's least important in a true ranking order sense. So that is what in the name of research. Again, I found this on MRX Shame. So definitely follow this. They're one of the go-to accounts that I use if I want a good laugh in the name of research. So that is that. Hopefully that was entertaining to people and you learned something new there. Okay. Mark is asking, what's the book in the background today? So I did leave a book in the background, so I'll grab it here. This was actually a really funny book. It's called Living with the Seal by Jesse Itzler. So nothing to do with research or anything like that, but Jesse Itzler, he founded Marquise Jet that sold to NetJets and then started, I think, one of the coconut water companies. I think it's Zyco Coconut Water.
Oh, I love coconut water.
Yeah, and now he's part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. But he's a really interesting guy. He had this seal that was obviously later revealed as David Goggins. So if you don't know David Goggins, look him up. He's one of he's the strongest man alive or the hardest alive, whatever you want to call it. But he's interesting in himself. So I would definitely check out this book. It's an interesting read. He has him come live with him in his house for 30 days to kind of, energize him and get out of his routine. So interesting book for sure.
That's intense.
Yeah. It really is.
I know. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Do you want a dad joke, or do you want a dad joke, Crystal?
Sure.
So when people say something's intense, I like to say it's kind of like camping.
Oh, because it's in a tent.
See?
You're the worst, but I kind of love it.
See? Come on. Now when someone says intense, you're like, that's a lot like camping. It'll be a crowd pleaser, I
I will
promise.
never say that.
You will.
I'll get. Now I will, because I'll be mocking you.
See? Yeah, but it'll be funny. It's people like, oh yeah, that's good. Anyway.
That's intense, like in a tent. Okay. So, go on to the next thing. I've got to get my life together.
Promise dad jokes, So I think our next guest, Tim, likes that joke though.
I love that one. I've heard it as it's like a circus fire. So
that's true too.
They're intense.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You guys.
Hey, you come to learn about research, but you stay for the jokes, okay? Come on.
Yeah, right? My brain, first thing this morning when you said living with a seal, I thought an actual animal seal. And I was like, what insights are we going to get from that? So glad you cleared that up, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I can definitely, Mark is asking if we can do a dad joke special segment on X Day. So, hey, if you come and you want to chat with me, I do have a litany of dad jokes. So just come and I'll entertain you with dad jokes if that's what you want. So, no, Tim, welcome to the show. Glad to have you. Tim heads up our audience business here. So you wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about sampling, the industry at large, and what QuestionPro is doing. But Tim, why don't you kind of tell us where you're from and where your current role and sort of what interests you about the research industry?
Sure, absolutely. So I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, where I still live. Yeah, born in a hurricane, kind of thing. I love QuestionPro because of how innovative we are. There's you can get insight from anyone on your team from the front lines, and that can go to the very top instantly. We're able to implement change on a customer level, which is really impressive to me. We haven't taken any outside money so far. So that enables us to be bootstrapped and really do whatever we want without having to ask from permission from the people that have given money, which is really interesting in a high growth company that's averaging around 40% year-over-year growth, which is pretty much unheard of from the companies I've dealt with. So I love working with QuestionPro and how we're all virtual, but it feels like we're all in the same room every day. So
I think that's a good point. You mentioned that, obviously we don't have a board. We kind of can do things that we want. A good example, I think, Tim, is, you came in and you said, hey, we should have this instant answers product, or we should also have this product where we give academic researchers, sample for $1. Like, we should have these things. And it was kind of like that, right? Like, we were able to institute these things. And I know they'll show us an example of one here later on that we've kind of been using a little bit here on the live stream, just, to get these quick results. But we'll give a demo of it here. But kind of what I want to get your take on, and I've been hearing a lot about this recently, is really around sampling and data quality and what we can do, to enhance that. I think that if you think about the research industry, even I was reading something the other day, I think from APOR, that it went back to the study conducted in like 1948 around people falsifying surveys over the phone way back in 1948. So it's definitely not a new thing, but I think people kind of tend to have recency bias, right, around quality issues and that sort of thing. But talk a little bit about, maybe some of the challenges that the sampling industry is facing and what we're doing to help combat that.
Sure, absolutely. A constant struggle that any researcher is going to have is people trying to defraud surveys, professional survey takers, insurance from other countries. We have it mapped within QuestionPro to be able to block out all countries. We're able to make sure there's no people speeding through the surveys. They're actually reading your questions. We also have the ability to see pattern responses, gibberish, open ends, curse words, and open-ended questions where you enter your text. But that's really what I wanted to touch on is really what QuestionPro is making a great effort on is some of those open-ended questions, being able to get through the data and being able to make sure that there's quality answers within those open ends, that there hasn't been a solution that's worked very much in the past. I remember going out with a clipboard and interviewing people about 10, 15 years ago, and you couldn't really, I mean, I guess you could lie to my face, but it was more of like a dialogue. I could ask questions, and it was qualitative, but I also could check a box for them, or give them the survey box. A lot of people are anonymous online, and that's the nature of it, which is a good thing, but it can also lead to bad actors because people don't think that they'll get caught. QuestionPro will catch you. That's one thing that.
Oh, I like that. That's a good line. We got to steal that from marketing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll catch you.
You'll get caught, and we will not incentivize you. So I've began to put that within our invites. So it's been going pretty well. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's great. I like the example you gave of a clipboard too, because that actually came up, I think, on last week or the week before with the same. He was talking about, going out with a clipboard and things like that. And I mean, 10, 15 years ago is not that long ago. And to think, we've already come this far, I think it's pretty cool. It's a good achievement. So you weren't hooking people up to a lie detector machine or anything, were you? Or,
No, just pulse and heart rate.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
I mean, just the basics.
Just the basics,
Right.
Seal
exactly.
stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know we were talking about instant answers a little bit ago, and I know you wanted to give a quick demo of that product, and this will kind of also coincide with the segment that we do here called Data Points. So Tim is actually going to give a live data point here. So if people are just joining, we're talking with Tim Cornelius, who heads up our audience business, and he's going to be showing us how this instant answers product works. So Tim, I'll let you take it away here.
Sure, absolutely. No. Let's get it going. Okay, so I'm going to show you my Slack screen here. We're in Live with Dan, which is a channel that we're going to be demoing today.
Nice.
Dan has his whole channel.
I know, look at that.
He does. Look at him, I've got a few things up, and you're one of them, so congratulations.
Wait till I get my own network,
Exactly. So this product, we've made a Slack integration that also can be used within current apps or whatever you're doing with Slack. One of the important things to differentiate this with is what happens here is you are authoring a survey within Slack. So within a few keystrokes, I'm going to set up a survey, set it live, and be able to get respondents right away. The way that it works is we set up the survey, it fields through QuestionPro and goes out to panelists. Panelists are not living in Slack. It's not just a poll of the people that work with you or the people that have Slack downloaded. It's actually double opted in respondents that have said, hey, send me surveys. So these surveys are going to come back extremely fast. You can pick your sample size, and then it's going to come back through a QuestionPro link. So let me go ahead and show you this product right now.
Yeah, I think that's the key too, Tim. It's like you can ask this question easily. It's instantly going out to verified panelists that have or like you said, double opted in, past security measures, and getting those results back quickly. So that's definitely a good thing.
Absolutely. And that's the most important differentiator, because when I was thinking about this and putting this together, I was like, but does everyone have to have Slack, and how can we connect it to the audience that we want? So it's going to be nationally representative, and I'll show you guys that here in a second. So quick Slack command of question.
Easy. So that command, okay, you type in the question, got it. Looks good.
And so this is going to be where you type your question, and then we're going to put brackets around the answer.
Okay.
and then you click enter. It's going to show you how many would you like to ask. Let's do 150. We are currently supporting English. We have a range of countries that you can send this to, but let's do the United States because it's election based. And I am sure that I want to submit this question. So here we go.
Yes.
Now we
that
have
was so easy.
I know, so easy and quick. So this is going out and actually inviting people that match the national census of the United States, and it's populating within the dash. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds here for people to come in and answer the questions. But I wanted to get into where I think the future of sampling is going.
Yeah.
The future that I see, and it came up like at the very beginning of COVID, everyone's budget was halted. No one was doing research. No one could afford research. Everyone had to see how it would play out. So suppliers started building their pipeline and building suppliers, and people were signing up for panels and wanting to really get their surveys out so that they were able to get answers. And then the election hit. So people needed to get answers around the election. So the supply was met with demand. I see in the near future, within the next 3 weeks, that demand's going to drop, but the supply is still going to be there. So I see that driving the cost of sample down and incentivizing people the exact same way. So your panelists are going to get incentivized, and the future of sample is that it's going to be a lot of demand, so you can pick and get your sample from every which way, and you eliminate the bias of having your own single panel. So in the long term, this is a longer conversation. I'll get back to quick shot, but I feel that with machine learning and AI, that in the future there will be all the questions are going to be pre-profiled, so you can kind of use your brain and think, hey, I've got a Slack question. I'm going to submit that and say, we've already got within the statistical significance that these people will vote this way and these people will click these answer choices, but that's for another day.
Right.
So it's going to be instant. Yeah. So here is our survey. Okay. Wow. 37 seconds. We have 100% completion rate, 150 completed. Here's our response distribution, age distribution, since it's balanced, gender, region, ethnicity, and then who do your friends think will win the election? So 49% say Biden and 50% say Trump. So it's really divided. I'm seeing a lot of that.
Really
2 votes. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's really crazy. I think it's still too close to call, as they would say,
Yeah, I do too, Dan. And I think America says that too. That's what these results are saying.
Yeah, no, it's been really interesting. We've been using this, I think, internally just to kind of ask these questions after the debates and the town halls and seeing what's going on. But every time, I think it's always been this close. It's never been a landslide either way. So.
Sure, absolutely. And one of the things that I like with one of these political polls and with QuestionPro is being able to come here and then aggregating the California data, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, and seeing which way each state and county is voting in region. So for political polling, it's a no-brainer. I don't see anyone that has this many data points that quickly. So
yeah, that's awesome. I like the state breakdown is cool too. I like the state breakdown because then you could really go back to like the Electoral College and see, kind of really project it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
some of the larger populations here. But I did have a friend that wanted to join the podcast. Is it cool if I let him in?
Yeah, let him in, man. Come on.
Okay. As promised, it's Kevin Bacon.
Oh, there's Kevin Bacon.
That's Big Pig Kev. He turned 2 a week ago. So,
yeah, the better Kevin Bacon.
As promised, Kevin Bacon. He's my pet pig. It's always exciting because he's always screeching and grunting. I have him outside the room right now because he can't behave. But
yeah,
at Big Pig
Does
Kevin,
he have
guys,
his own Instagram account?
Oh, he absolutely does. He's famous in New Orleans.
I love that. I wish. Everybody says you're 7 degrees of separation to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I'm one. He's my son.
I remember the first call I was on with you, Tim. You know, most people say, "Hey, my dog might bark in the background," but you said if you hear something squealing, it's probably my pet pig. That was the first for me too. So that's
Yeah, I was like, it's nice to meet you. I actually have a friend, Kevin, that's going to be pretty loud. He's pretty.
Yeah, that was funny. I like it.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Well, that's a great product, and we'll be unveiling this to customers as well. You'll be hearing more about it on X Day, of course. This is a kind of a preview for that. But no, I mean, thanks for joining us today, Tim. Anything else you wanted to show us before we head out?
Yeah, I'm just showing just the actual breakdown of some of these data points.
Okay.
Of course, it's going to be anonymous from the person answering the question, but I wanted to show you guys, like, when you actually click into the data set, you're able to see a lot about the respondent, like where they are from New Mexico, where their current, like where their IP address is located, age, they're on an unnamed road, probably from a hotspot. And that's who they're voting for. So pretty cool. I really appreciate you guys having me on, and I look forward to providing some more data points.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Someone said that you need to include Kanye West in the answer options next time.
Oh yeah, I do.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Kanye West. Good one. I'll follow up with that. See what the American people think.
We'll see.
Check on them.
Yeah, if he has a higher percentage, then we might all be in trouble. So we'll see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I could have put it in a third option, but I figured let's do an A/B test.
I think this makes sense. The other one was more tongue in cheek, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Is this what is this what the people can look forward to when you guys do your research product showcase together?
Exactly. Yeah, this is a
This kind of.
This is it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of them. We've got a ton in the pipeline. And I'm really excited to be doing those with QuestionPro.
Yeah, that's awesome. Plus, we have an endless supply of dad jokes too. So.
Oh yeah. What did the buffalo say to his son when he went to college? Bye, son.
You like that one?
I can't leave because we're still live.
Shame on me, and I don't blame you if you turn it off right now.
Yeah, I like that one. All right. I think that's it. Anything else that I'm forgetting to cover today? I think those were what we wanted to go over. Again, sign up for X Day. Join us next Friday.
Do it.
And next Friday's guest, I'll be unveiling that on Monday. So keep an eye out for that on the socials. But thanks everyone for joining. If you have questions after this, feel free to let us know. Happy to answer those. But I think with that, we're signing off. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.